let me ask you first off, as we kind of jump right in here, what are some of the most common myths that you see or that you hear as it relates to getting into the luxury side of the house?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. So there are a lot of myths about luxury, um, and I'd like to step back before that. And I got a slide I want to share with you here, um, and because Tony, what is a luxury home, right? Now, every luxury division defines a luxury differently. So on my slide here, I want to share with you whenever you're ready. Uh, you can share on your end, I believe. So these are the four primary price points in most markets. Now, I call them buckets, Tony, to keep it really simple. So every market has an average price point. You can find that out through your multiple listing service, your real estate board, a title company. And so that's what I call bucket number two. It's a good place to start. And so most agents, they focus on bucket number one and two, starter homes or entry level and average. And so my goal for agents is to diversify your portfolio. If here we are in November of 2022, if an agent were to look back over the last year to November of 2021 to this year and look at how many homes they represented, buy side or sale side, both sides, let's just say 20, if you were to take those 20 sales, 80 to 90% of them would fall into these four buckets. Now, the fifth bucket is what I call ultra luxury, which we define as a home that's 10 times that average sale price. So if the average sale price, Tony, keep it simple, is 400 grand, bucket number two is 400. And I like to say, about a third of that and below is what we call entry level. So a third of 400,000, doing the math real quick, is about 120 grand. So 280 and below that is entry level. Okay. And 520 and above that is that big bucket number three is what we call high end. Okay. So, and then luxury. So my point is 80% of the homes that agents watching and listening to this have sold over the last year fall into these buckets. And there's a little exercise I'd like them to do. And so as your goal setting for 2023, one of your goals should be to add more sales into bucket 3, 4, and that fifth bucket that's not pictured, the ultra luxury, is working smarter, not harder, right? So if you're in a capping model, which you are, most of your listeners are, they can cap sooner, right? Working smarter, not harder. And so that's one of my goals for agents, but you really need to know how we define luxury. And this definition is going to look very similar. As many of you know, eXp launched a luxury division recently, and they define luxury as 3 times the average sale price. That's bucket number 4. And I've been teaching this model since 2016 when we launched our designation. So I want to make sure we define that, because a rural area in Texas might not have $1 million homes, but their average sale price might be 180. 180 times 3, okay? Now you're looking at around 550 to 600. That would be luxury in that market. So I wanted to cover that.
Absolutely. So thank you for that. And I think that is key. And that might turn some viewers or some listeners off when they're thinking, oh, we're talking million and up and so on. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. Yes, that's in the subject line, that's to get people to click on it, right? But the reality is it may not specifically be a million and up property. So thanks for helping to define that. So
and I mean, I believe the fastest way for agents, and I have a slide up here if you want to share that. I believe the fastest way for agents to get instant credibility from their database and their sphere and people that know them, like them, trust them, Tony. Matter of fact, people that don't even know them that well. I can't tell you how many people know that I'm in real estate that I don't even know, right? I mean, that's the goal. You want to be like the mayor of your city, right? Like when you want to be the news outlet as far as how is the real estate market, Tony. You want to control the narrative versus ABC, NBC, Fox, whatever. You want to be the narrative and the local market on how real estate is. And so, like literally, you'll have people that come up to you at your kids' ball games or at the supermarket, like, wow, saw you had that great listing, and you're thinking, wait, who are these people? But you'll attract more opportunities and more conversations, I believe, when you have some of those upper price point sales, whether you represent the buy side and the sale side. So that's something that I wanted to make sure we covered.
To learn more about how we can help you, your team, or your brokers grow, or to learn more about our 100-day, 100K guarantee, go to TonyDKing.com or click the link in the description.